to learn real strategies to access the capital that you need. Today's video is going to go over the SBA lending products. By the end of this video, you will know what type of products are available to you, the historical run, and the more access to capital that SBA is now extending everyone, and how you qualify. So stay tuned. So right now, the SBA is offering more access to capital than it has in the history of SBA lending, and you have been sleeping, and if you have been sleeping on the SBA 7A loan, on the SBA 7A loan, this is your wake-up call, okay? So if you have been sleeping on the SBA 7A loan, guys, this is your wake-up call. So let's get into it. If you're a small business owner in the United States and you want a serious long-term funding, reasonable terms, you need to understand the SBA 7A loan. This is a flagship loan program of the Small Business Administration, okay? And it is one of the most flexible and powerful tools available to business owners. So let's start with the basics. What is an SBA 7A loan? What is it really, right? Here's the key thing to understand. The SBA does not actually hand you the money, okay? The SBA is a government agency that guarantees a portion of the loan that a lender gives you. And I happen to have access to 40 plus prime SBA lenders, all right? Because each of them, even though it's SBA backed, the banks still have their own funding rules and underwriting terms and strategies, okay? Because the government is reducing the lender's risk, the lender is willing to offer you better terms than they otherwise could, okay? Longer repayment periods, reasonable interest rates, funding amounts that can be much larger than typical business loans. Huge, okay? And just so you know, everyone has up to $10 million waiting on you, okay? That is the whole magic of an SBA loan. The government guarantee is what unlocks better terms for you, okay? Now let's talk about what you can actually use an SBA 7A loan for, because this is where people are shocked, okay? You can use it for working capital, the money to run and grow your day-to-day operations in your business. You can use it to buy equipment. You can use it to acquire a business, refinance it, rebuild out, improve real estate and buildings, okay? And you can even use it to buy an existing business or to fund a franchise or buy a second or third location. So one loan program can cover a huge range of needs, guys. That flexibility is exactly why many smart owners build their growth strategy around it, okay? So if you are already thinking an SBA 7A loan can be a good fit for you, do not try to figure this out alone. That is exactly what we help with. We do 15-minute fundability calls just to see if you qualify for this. 15-minute call just to see where you are. Click the link below and book your call. Always happy to help. Now, let's talk numbers because that matters. The maximum amount for a standard SBA 7A loan is $5 million, right? That is a serious amount of capital for small businesses, and it can be used across all sorts of purposes and all the purposes I just listed, right? Now, there is something big that you need to know right now, right? There is a new policy that lets eligible borrowers combine the SBA 7A loan with the 504 financing for up to $10 million in SBA-backed funding. That is the highest level of SBA financing available in the history of the agency. So if you're growing capital, if you're growing capital intensive business, the doors open wider than it has ever been, right? We will talk more about the 504 site in another video, okay? But understand this, the opportunity right now is real. Okay, Trump also closed it out for foreigners who were coming over here just on a work visa and, you know, without a green card and just on a visa, and they were able to secure this funding. Those days are over, okay? And let's talk about the terms first, because this is where the 7A shines, okay? Repayment terms on a 7A loan depends on what you are using the money for. Loans used for real estate can stretch out as long as 25 years, guys. Long for equipment, working capital, and have shorter terms, right? Like 10 years. The point is, these are long, manageable terms compared to most business funding in the long term is what keeps your monthly payments lower and the cash flow healthier, okay? Interest rates on a 7A loans are negotiable between you and the lender. This is why I'm excited that I have access to 40 plus prime lenders, because you can end up with a better rate coming over here with us. Okay, so excited to do that. Okay, the result is that the 7A rates are generally far more reasonable than the fast short-term money, right? A lot of owners end up taking out of desperation. Okay, so picture the difference. On one side, expensive short-term money with aggressive repayments. On the other side, a large long-term, reasonably priced SBA loan. For the right need, there is no comparison, guys. And that comparison is exactly what I want to help you make before you commit to anything, okay? If someone has offered you an expensive funding, click the link below, book your 15-minute call. Let's see if you qualify for SBA. If you have an EIDL or PPP, as long as it's in good standing, you can still go after an SBA 7. You can have multiple SBA loan products, up to 4 at any given time, okay? Now, let's get into what lenders actually look for, because this is what will get you approved. First, your ability to repay. Lenders want to see that your business generates enough cash flow to comfortably cover the loan payment, guys. Okay, they are going to look at your business finances closely, your personal credit and your personal finances and your personal assets does play a factor in the SBA lending, right? This is the heart of the decision. Second, your credit. Both your personal and your business credit come into play. Your credit does not have to be flawless, but it needs to tell a responsible story. You can't look like you're in trouble or not responsible. Third, your time in business and your experience. A track record helps, okay? And so does demonstrating that you know your industry. Fourth, your equity, your investment in your business. Lenders like to see that you have skin in the game, okay? Fifth, a clear and reasonable use of funds. You need to be able to explain what the money is for and how it strengthens the business. Thank God for ChatGTP. Okay. Now, I want to be honest with you about something, because SBA loan involves more documentation than a quick online loan. There is paperwork, there is Claude, there is cousin chat, okay? There is a process, right? And thank God for AI to help with these processes, okay? But that paperwork is the price you pay for access to larger amounts of low cost, long-term capital, okay? The owners who get frustrated and quit are the ones who went in unprepared and alone and without a strategy and without a 15-minute strategy call and without access to cousin chat, okay, and sister Claudia. Okay, the owners who get funded are the ones who get organized and who got guidance, okay? That is the single biggest reason to get on a call with us. Click that link below, book your 15-minute call. Now let's talk about how to prepare for the process to go in it smoothly, okay? Get your business financials in order, okay? Profit and loss statements, balance sheets, tax returns, and bank statements. The cleaner and the more organized your financials, the smoother everything goes. Get QuickBooks so you can have access to these documents immediately, right? Have a CPA who can also handle this for you. If not, just start doing it right away and getting good with cousin chat, okay? Have your business properly structured, a legitimate entity, an EIN, a clean business banking. This all matters, okay? And your business needs to be at least 2 years old, and you need to have filed your business taxes, okay? Know your story. Use Claude or ChatGTP to help you develop that. And I love an SBA because if you, even going through the preparation, when I work with clients and this is their first time, they feel so empowered. This is the first time they actually dug deep into their business to the point where they understand it and they know how to get funding. If you can get approved for SBA, you are ready, okay? Understand your credit before you apply, not after. Know where you stand so there are no surprises. And be patient but proactive. The SBA process takes longer than faster money, right? But if your need is not a same day emergency, the savings are absolutely worth it, okay? Mistake number one, all right? Assuming you will not qualify and never even try. It's so many people that I help get qualified. And it was like, I don't think I get SBA. I was like, I think you can. So do not disqualify yourself, guys. Let the process tell you, not your own doubt, not just automatically disqualify yourself. Mistake number two, going in disorganized, messy financials, personal mixed with business, slow financials. This will slow everything down and can sink an otherwise good application, okay? Mistake number three, using the wrong tool for the job. Sometimes an SBA loan is perfect. Okay. Sometimes a line of credit or equipment financing is better. The skill is matching the funding to the need. All right. Mistake number four, trying to navigate it completely alone and assuming you know what is right and assuming the banker is there to help you. A banker will tire kick you I've seen it, especially when it comes to SBA. Rather than just flat out denying you, they'll just keep asking for paperwork. That's a sign you're not getting approved, okay? Which is the craziest thing, okay? So do not navigate this alone. The owners, me and my team, for SBA lending, we do not charge you anything because we're paid by the lender. So the 15-minute call is at no risk to you. I mean, what does it hurt? Right? Click that link below, okay, guys? The owner who get the best results almost always had someone in their corner all the time, right? You can just check my page. The people that I've helped get businesses who just flat out just like, oh, I don't think this was meant for me. Oh, no, it's meant for you. You just weren't prepared in the correct fashion, right? So let me leave you with this big picture, okay? The SBA 7A loan exists for one reason, to help small businesses get access to capital they could not easily get on their own. That is the entire purpose, okay? The government is literally backing your loan to help you grow. When you understand that, you stop seeing the paperwork as a hassle and you start seeing it as the entry fee to some of the best funding available to a business owner. The opportunity right now is bigger than it has ever been, guys. More access, higher limits, in the same long, reasonable terms that have helped businesses grow for decades. The only question is whether you're going to position yourself for it or not, okay? So here's your next step. If you think an SBA 7A loan can be a good fit for your business or just want to know if you would qualify, click the link below, book your 15 fundability call. We will look at your business, tell you where you stand, and map out the smartest path to the long-term funding. The link is right below this video. Book your call and let's get you in the position you need to be in right away to get funded. This is always such a joy. Subscribe to the channel if you want real access to capital that your business needs right now. Be amazing. Be great.